Hello and welcome to another episode of SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. I'm Bring Stabity, those stab that never stabbed it, and we are here with some robotos. Alright, let's pop on over to the Gun Tank Day, cause New Year 2026 Special Stage 1. A special stage that can only be attempted during the event. Okay. Well, I don't even know what we have on here, so for the heck of it, we will fire out our brand new Lacus Klein and the Eternal with one-shot killer, and not auto form. We're just gonna do a batch formation. Filter. Instead of filtering on tags, we will filter by one-shot kill, yes. And by rarity, yes, we're totally gonna ignore the Sazabi, ignore the Justice. We'll take the Gundam Aerial, we'll take the Strike Freedom, we'll take the 3-starred Caliburn. Oh yeah. And I guess we'll put their respective characters on there. Sort by, not by combat power. Let's sort by rarity so that we got the right view. Yeah. Gundam Aerial. Oh wait, no. That's level 100. We do not want the level 100s. Yeah. Just the Strike Freedom and the Caliburn. And that is going to be Kira and Soletta. Back to the units. Let's look at our SSRs. Gundam Aerial, yes. Let's find the other Soletta. Assuming it came with a Soletta? I hope it came with a Soletta. It does not appear that that one came with a Soletta. Oh, Command Gundam's a one-shot kill. I'll definitely take Command Gundam. Gundam Mage 1, Zeta 3, Sword Calamity, Pale Rider, Gyan, Afrit Nacht, Pixie. You know what? We'll take the Goldolfer just for shits and giggles. And I guess we'll take the Gundam Aerial regardless. And just an attacker and a defender. You're an attacker, you're a defender, good enough for me. There's our team, and we still got more than twice the combat power. Let's go, let's see what the special stage 1 is. Download. Oh, 202, no! Well, I know we're a big chunk of that 900 megabytes, and I remembered that I was supposed to download the 900 meg updates in between episodes, but oh well. At least we download fast. It's one of the things I can be happy about. That's a snowman made out of white Haros. Interesting. On what looks to be a launch pad. Alright, let's jump back to the victory conditions. Destroy all enemy units and all your units are destroyed. Simple enough. Nothing complicated about that. But yeah, it's a snowman made out of Haros on a launch pad. Very unexpected. This is where map weapons would come in. Bright Noah, fire the twin megaparticle cannon map weapon. Auto. Fire the Nail Argama's map weapon. Hyper Mega Particle Cannon map weapon. Alright. 3-star Caliburn. At level 1, you can still kill everyone there. You can do it with your basic attack too. Alright, well, let's watch. Oh, jeez, that is lagging my, my phone up like crazy. Let's maybe turn off fast forward for the next attack. Maybe without fast forward it'll work a little better. Ride in a broomstick because she's a witch. Ha ha ha. But still, don't they know that that's like 2 generations out of date? Witches don't ride broomsticks anymore. In the 90s, all the witches upgraded to vacuum cleaners instead of broomsticks, and then now the past couple of years, they all upgraded to Roombas. Right, let's fight against the Gundam Mark II. Energy beam rifles that can combine into one bigger energy beam rifle. I'm starting to figure out why Mazen Kaiser SKL has not been used in Super Robot Wars. It honestly doesn't have much plot. Yeah, it legitimately didn't seem like it had any plot. Oh, the Gundam Aerial SSR definitely can't do all the work that the UR units can do. This is not a grunt unit, Deguza. What are you talking about? It's the Gundam Aerial using the Escutcheon attack. Yeah. Hildolfer's able to do it though. I always love mimicking Izak. I don't know how well I do it, but it's just fun to get that yell out. Alright, and we may as well take you. Missile launcher from Command Gundam. Yeah! 4-2 missile launcher fire! Alright. Kira. Super Dragoons? Sure, let's watch your Super Dragoons. And on which is using broomsticks? Well, Harry Potter used one, but that's a backwater bunch there. Yes, very backwater. Somewhere in Scotland. Where civilization hasn't reached yet. Laser machine gun. Actually, speaking of which, Fanboymus, do you know why witches don't wear panties? There we go. Oh, what is this? Just a generic SP conversion chip can be used on anything. And some diamonds, nice. Alright, let's go to scenario selection. And that's it for now, although I do believe that there will be a third stage that will be released tomorrow. So we'll get to that sooner or later. Next, we got a fierce enemy assault. We got Meer Campbell that we need to beat up on. So let's beat up on her. I'm gonna stick to my squad. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick to my good squads that I know work. They're total overkill, but who cares? Formation 3? Yes, Formation 3, call up. Because what I was doing is I was just keeping Amuro and Char, and the two of them were able to beat everything. Regular or Siren Succubus ones? Regular witches. Regular witches. And formation, squad 3, call up. Just stick kind of to this default team. Enjoy the massive overkill, almost 6 times the power. Yeah, let's download it. Bouncing Haro! Defeat Zaku Warrior live concert time! No idea. It is so that they have better traction. Alternatively, better grip. Skip, fast forward. There we go, we got the attack. Won't reach there, but we can get you. Fin funnels, boom. Heine's able to defend, fine. Exia, you solve our problem on the other side. Not bad. Boom. And then go take care of Heine's Heine. Ranzam, don't care. Boom. And Amuro can hop in for the win. Goodbye, Meer. 11,000. Yeah, beat it on stage 1, normal or higher. We unlocked Meer Campbell! And we got her Zaku Warrior live concert time. Woo! I honestly would love to see Yakuza Like a Dragon characters in Super Robot Wars using Virtual On. Okay. I unfortunately know not enough about it to give an honest opinion, but I hope you get what you want. Alright, let's take the, take them on again. Guys have, well, Yep. Guess I could go that way. That would have been better if I could actually make it. But I can't, so I won't. Given the players being put into virtual on with the arcade games or video games is a thing in that lore. And you can play virtual on in the Like a Dragon games. Oh, okay, cool. Alright. I'm enjoying this. And for Kiryu, Ichiban, etc., that's not the weirdest thing they saw that week being in Super Robot Wars. Go, defeat Heine. Let's get an extra MP, get damage burst just for fun. Just for some extra overkill. There we go. That is the hard, quote-unquote, stage taken care of. Alright, 10,000. Yeah, next stage I think we may actually need to get a few kills aside from what we did, but, you know, all easy stuff still. Also, they've used Virtual On to get the certain magical index characters into Super Robot Wars. Admittedly, cross Omega, but still. Yeah. Alright, and let's attempt the expert stage. Poo-poo. Anyway, you're gonna go that way. Sazabi's gonna take care of the, No, stop that. Goof ignited. Goodbye, Goof ignited. Then, Sazabi. You can head north, take care of the defender over there. Almost. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll just take care of you. Take care of one of the audience Zaku members. And then... Oh, still not enough. Okay. That's unfortunate. I've got nothing better to do, but hey, whatever. Oh, I could have gotten you into range. Silly me. Yeah, that would have been the smarter play, but I totally forgot about supporters for a moment. I guess on the topic of supporters, I just want to mention how frustrating I find the AI in this game and how they play. It's like, whenever given a choice, they seem to intentionally take the worst possible choice. Like, if you got a weak guy that can just barely kill a weak unit, versus versus just attacking a fresh health enemy unit, it'll always attack the fresh health unit. But when I have a strong character, then it will attack all of them. then it'll attack the weak one first instead, so that most of its attack is wasted. It's like, if it was smart, it would target the strongest unit that it can kill in one hit, and if it can't kill it in one hit, then it should reprioritize. But what can you do? I already described the AI in this game as they took a bunch of competent Super Robot War G-Gen players, put them in a room, beat them with socks full of rocks until they didn't know how to play the game anymore, and then trained the AI off of that. Even if we get the attack burst, we will not get the kill, so we just want to get the Phoenix in close. Go, Zaku Warrior. Get boosted. And get you, boom. No, I got rid of the one unit that was in range. Ignore. Oh, whoops. That was a mistake. May as well get rid of you. Good. Purge. Get rid of you. Oh no! Oh no! Should have had him attack. Darn. Oh, never mind. The damage boost took care of it. Attack burst, MP. EX. Enough for the kill. Beautiful. Yeah, skip the attack, get the kill, and call it a night. Never even given her a chance to use her skills. There we go. 3-ribboned it. Yeah, face it 3 times or more. No. How do we want to do this now? So we can skip 120. What do we have in the base? 100? 120. Perfect. Yoink. Stages, event. Fierce enemy assault. Select. And yeah, as you can tell, I haven't really been doing the challenge stages because I haven't felt like bothering. There we go. Got a bunch of rewards. Let's go ahead and claim them for now. Missions. 5 of them already. Cool. Normal 5 times or higher. Normal 3 times or higher. Normal once. Hard 5 times. Expert 5 times. And that's all we got. Excuse me. But yeah, we need to get 10 on expert to get the SSP chip. 10 on normal, 10 on hard, 15 on expert. But we're just going to be grinding expert. Doesn't mention other missions. Interesting. Alright, well, that is the Fierce Enemy Assault taken care of. So we got special. It's showing new, but there's literally nothing new here, so stop showing new, please. Fierce Enemy Assault, 2 days left in that. Nothing much to do there. We have the Instructor's Challenge. Does it show when it ends? It does not. Oh, challenge from Schwartz, challenge from Rao, challenge from South. Okay. Simple stuff. Eternal Road 4, protagonist. Oh! Interesting, interesting. They're actually teaching us stuff for the Eternal Road. That's cool. We're not going to worry about it. We're going to get back to Changemakers, because I do want to finish this up just so that we don't have to worry about it, and I do like keeping events close together instead of spreading them far apart. And then we can get to work on Destiny. But yeah, let's go. Sharazdabul, the Wages of Sin. Recommended 10,000 combat power. Sort by combat power. Reset all filters and go from low to high. No. Something is definitely wrong. I still have a filter on, I think. No? Oh no, I'm just misreading the numbers. 1200. For some reason I thought that said 12,000. I'm like, there's no way we're that low. Or that high. Alright, low to high, sort by combat power. And get our first attacker. There we go. That's our team. Let's go. We got 40,000 power over a recommended 10,000. I should probably take something a bit stronger, but whatever. It doesn't matter. The stages are easy. The 1 year war. The Grips Wall. War. Then the rebellion led by Neo Zeon. Conflicts of every scale have arisen across the Earth sphere, but what cause lay at the root of them all? A power struggle, anger at a corrupt regime, or was it something else entirely? The endless cycle of war had placed severe strain on the lives of space noids, ultimately creating countless refugees. And one man was about to make a choice that would put his own future at stake. Shar! What follows is an examination of that final decision, where he attempted to perform a final solution, made by Sharazdabul, the Red Comet, and the resistance which he led. During the 1 year war, that legendary pilot struck fear into the heart of every soldier in the Earth Federation forces. During the Grips War, he was known as Quattro Bagina, the figure behind which the AU rallied in the wake of Blex's assassination. While those two were in fact the same man, both names were but aliases. His true name was Casval Remdeku. He was born into one of the most consequential bloodlines in the Universal Century. Cancel this podcast! Thank you for the raid! His father was Zeon Zoom Deku, a former Earth Federation Parliament member who became the founding father of the Republic of Zeon. Casval undoubtedly felt pride as he watched his father serve the public under the weight of their expectations and admiration. Many believe the Space Noid call for independence, voiced by Zeon Zoom Dekun before the Earth Federation, stemmed from such circumstances as these. Yes, CTP viewers, if you would be so kind as to drop a couple of chats to get a good start at our monthly requirements. In order to restore Earth's natural environment, humanity, as the species responsible for destroying it, must relocate its home into space. Zeon Zoom Daikun was neither an extraordinary nor a radical ideologue. That much is evident from the validity of his arguments. Thank you, Neurodivergent. Thank you, other CTP. He called on the Earth Federation to live up to its original purpose and fulfill the Space Immigration Act from the old era, not through force, but through politics. However, amongst the cabinet members and privileged class who arbitrarily applied the special provisions of the Space Immigration Act to continue enjoying life on Earth, his arguments largely fell on deaf ears. Ultimately, the Space Immigration Act was suspended before its goal could be attained, and Dekun declared independence from the Earth Federation, establishing his base on Side 3. In UC 0058, he founded the Republic of Zeon. However, in UC 0068, Zeon Zoom Daikun met a sudden death. There are some who suspect it was an assassination carried out by the Zabi family. When the Zabi family ascended to prominence, the original concept of Space Noid independence was transformed into a supremacist ideology, culminating in the rise of the Principality of Zeon. Casval Dekun's legitimate son lost his birthright. He survived by taking a new name and living in exile. And thus, Shar Aznable was born. Sweetwater, a specially designed colony that was constructed to shelter the swelling masses of refugees. Due to its rushed construction, a makeshift solution which closed and open-type colonies were forced together was employed, resulting in what was regarded as a perilously unstable structure. UC 0092, an armed organization occupied the colony and rose in rebellion against the Earth Federation. As an anti-Earth Federation organization that followed the ideology of Deku, they called themselves Neo-Zeon. Its leader was none other than Casval, the orphan son of Zeon Zoom Daikun. Needless to say, he was better known as Shar Aznable. In UC 0093, Shar called for the purge of the Earth Federation and all those who remained on Earth. His plan: to drop the mining asteroid Fifth Luna on the planet. You know what will happen if this hits the Earth? Earth's temperature will drop so much it'll be uninhabitable. It'll be a nuclear winter. Those living on Earth only care about themselves. That's why I have decided to exterminate them. Our gamer... Oh, that's, retroactive. Playback was lagging. There we go. Those living on her... Yeah. Already read that. Shar Aznable, the wages of sin. Destroy all enemy units. Alright, let's do it. So yeah, we got our team, we got their team. Simple enough, we got 13 baddies. Technically, it's 13 good guys that we need to take care of. So let's go deal with them. Get yourself into a nice position. There we go. Everyone's covered. Oh, that was Amuro. Not the one I wanted to attack, but whatever. Oh, you couldn't counter. There we are. Get the kill. No one has the right to punish other humans that way. I, Shar Aznable, will purge them all, Amuro. You're so full of yourself. And make sure to hit that follow and smash that thumbs up. Yes. The Earth cannot go on like this any longer. You probably can't even get a kill. Oh, you're so close. Nope, not you. But none of the guys we have are supporters, so it doesn't matter. You can't even reach anyone. You can almost get the kill, but not quite. Just need a small power-up before you can. Although you're also really good at that. Oh, funny, I got Yune on my side here. You're too weak. Alright, and you are our last guy. Take care of that, and there we go. That is our turn taken care of. And let's let the enemy crash against us. And the Sazabi is just too strong. There we go, ready. 5 more dudes to take care of. Three more dudes. Pew pew. And last one, and we get our victory. Clear. Woo! Alright, there's our first clear rewards. In stark contrast to Shar's swift and meticulously planned rebellion, the Earth Federation forces' response was plainly sluggish. In fact, within the Earth Federation forces, only the Londo Bell Task Force took decisive action. And if you're watching on any platform other than YouTube, take a close look at the little symbol on the right breast pocket of my VTube avatar. That is the left side of your screen, the right side of my avatar. That is the Londo Bell symbol. Yeah! In fact, within the Earth Federation forces. Oh. What? It didn't advance the text. It didn't advance the text. Game? Okay, it just crashed on me. Lovely. Let's reconnect. That's a fun one. Okay, we recovered from the crash, and let's continue the story. Even with Bright Noah and Amuro Ray, two heroes who fought their way through the 1-year war, leading the way, it could not stop Neo Zeon from dropping Fifth Luna on the planet. Tasked with suppressing anti-Earth Federation movements, Londo Bell foresaw Char's resurgence and conducted inspections and investigations in every colony over the course of years. Jameson, good evening and Happy New Year! Welcome! Still, they were unable to track Char down. The reality that the Londo Bell was not supported by the Space Noids hindered the progress of their investigation. From the outset, many Space Noids rejected the very notion of the Earth Federation ruling over space from Earth. From their perspective, cooperation was out of the question. Thus, they not only failed to expose Char's machinations and prevent the rise of the reborn Neo Zeon, but worst of all, the asteroid drop itself. However, Fifth Luna was only the beginning of Char's plan. Earth freezing operation. His true objective was to render the planet uninhabitable by inducing global freezing, thereby forcing the rest of humanity into space. That is, to put the Earth back in the hands of Mother Nature. Alright. And our gamer, one could say that Judo was the opposition force against the Jupiter Empire. And when they finally were defeated in UC-151, he finally left after the destruction of the Double Zeta Gump Dam to leave the solar system. Yes. He patched and fixed and basically kept the Double Zeta Gundam alive with hopes and dreams, by which point it became the Gump. Alright, and let's finish the story. During the Grips War, a certain journalist who recognized that Quattrobagino was in fact Char appraised his conduct in the following words. Char has all the makings of a true leader, accepting the spine to become one. By settling for the role of a mobile suit pilot, he sells himself short. Master Asia would approve of Char's plan to freeze the Earth to restore it. Yes, I don't think I need to go into details about just how stupid of an idea that is. You can imagine just how much damage it'll cause to the animal life and everything on Earth if you drop a frickin' asteroid to induce nuclear winter. But whatever. He could be the Prime Minister of the Earth Federation instead, even if it took him 10 or 20 years, he thinks. Those who knew that Char was the son of Zeon Deku likely expected him to seek a legitimate political resolution of grievances with the Earth Federation, rather than a violent one. Empty as a Char, how long did you idiots realize this truth? As in, how long did it take for you to realize? For me? Empty? Who's empty? The arbitrary enforcement of the Space Emigration Act created inequalities between Earth's inhabitants and Space Noids, sowing the seeds of a conflict that would span 3 decades. It was a problem that Shah Raznable Oh, the people in general, yes. I mean, the people realized it when Char declared who he was at Dakar in Zeta Gundam. It was a problem that Char Aznable was positioned to solve. If he wasn't suitable for the task, then no one was. Then came that fateful day in UC 0093. Having become the leader of Neo Zeon, Char Aznable carried out the Axis drop on Earth. That's why the irony is that Char is the hero of the UC universe, but failed. My father, Zeon Zun Daikun, had made a request for the independence of all space noids, but he was assassinated by the Zabi family. Then, calling themselves the Principality of Zeon, the Zabis began a war of independence against Earth. You all know how it ended. The Zabi family was defeated, just as it should have been. But the Earth's government had grown arrogant, and the Federation forces had become corrupt from within. One could say that the universe itself hijacked it, giving birth to anti-Federation movements like the Titans. Haman usurped the Zabi family remnant's name to justify her unbridled actions. The following is the speech that Char Aznable gave to his troops before launching the global freezing operation. And the only way to honestly fix the UC universe is to have Sayla take the reins. Maybe? He fought for the Principality of Zeon in the one-year war as Char, and later in the Grips War for the Aeug, that is, the Earth Federation forces, as Quattro. Along the way, he witnessed the corruption of the Earth Federation with his own eyes, convincing him that any hope of internal reform was impossible. His actions might have been the result of despair. Unless he changed the status quo, there was no hope for Earth. Having been enforced arbitrarily, the Space Emigration Act was reduced to a dead-letter law. Without the prospect of reform, the inequalities between Earth's inhabitants and space noids would persist indefinitely. More like she's the next hero that can fix the UC universe, but she also chose to ditch it, and with the end of the UC universe post UC 200. Okay. That conviction drove him to take such a desperate measure as dropping access on Earth in order to induce global freezing through a nuclear winter. I believe that we must do anything possible to prevent war from ever occurring again. This is the true purpose behind our operation, to drop access onto Earth. With that, it would lead to Turn A and later Reconquista in G. Hence, we will purge those who continue to live on Earth and eliminate the source of all wars in the Earth sphere. With your help, I can take my place with my father. Char, are you literally asking for a death wish because your dad's dead? After the death of his father, Casval took on the name Char with the goal of saving the Earth and preserving it for the future by sending all humanity into space. Ironically, he and his father Zeon shared the same vision. Char, however, chose to pursue violent means to achieve it. It's ironic that with Amuro standing behind the status quo led to the slow death of the UC. Huh. Char Aznable's Axis drop. Caught off guard, the Earth Federation could do nothing to stop it. And yet, that calamity never came. Maybe Sayla, if she wasn't regulated in the Silines, could have saved everything, maybe. Could have, not could of. The attempted Earth freezing operation ended in failure. To be continued in Part 6. Axis Shock Penance. And I think you mean relegated, not regulated. Alright, there we go. Because the game crashed, we had to go into the story review to review the story, but that's that. Character database, we're pretty good along there. Unit database, pretty far along as well. But yeah, let's get back to the stages, back to the event, and we can do Changemakers Part 6, Axis Shock Penance. And we'll get the final Yakushiki? I believe that's the final. Yeah. No. Yeah, it should be the final piece of the Yakushiki upgrade token. By taking the mantle of hero from Char, led to the people in his stead. Because she's not empty and has experienced both sides of the conflict. Okay. Anyway, we got something we can toss there. Let's pick something a little bit stronger. Oh, a Jaeger, perfect. And why not? We can toss Meer in the Jaeger. Sounds good to me. You, same thing. We'll replace you, say, with Alano. Very nice. And sure, put Andy Strauss in the lotto. And there we go, we got 3 times the recommended power. Let's go win. But first, more talking. Side 1, Londonian. As its designation suggests, it is one of the earliest space colonies that humanity constructed in pursuit of space emigration. To free Char from the shackles of fate and have him live with Lala, free to decide how to live without the baggage of his name. It is also the colony where Char Aznable, leader of Neo-Zeon, attended a clandestine summit during the Second Neo-Zeon War. In addition to the expected high-ranking Earth Federation officials, the then Vice Chief of Staff was also in attendance, and a deal was struck in the name of peace. In all probability, those key Earth Federation figures did not realize that they were being manipulated. According to the testimony of an official from the Audit Bureau at the summit, the arrival of Char Aznable himself came as a surprise. Char Aznable had been operating from the shadows, and a lone Earth Federation Forces officer was relentlessly pursuing him. Namely, Amuro Ray, who was lieutenant at this time. Although he was originally a civilian, residing inside 7 during the One-Year War, he joined the fray in the Gundam, ultimately becoming an ace feared by the Zeon forces. He remained in active service after the One-Year War, fought his way through the Grips War, and was later assigned to Londo Bell. Char Aznable and Amuro Ray, in the year UC 0093, both disappeared into the light beyond the stars. That was when the asteroid axis, drawn in by Earth's gravity, suddenly became shrouded in a mysterious glow and shifted its course, avoiding a collision with the planet. Axis Shock. The following is an examination of the fate that befell the 2 men who lay at the heart of the conflict between the Earth Federation forces and Neo-Zeon. Archival footage later revealed that Lieutenant Amuro Ray had crossed paths with the Neo-Zeon leader in Londonian during Char's rebellion. What are you doing here? Unlike you, I'm more than just a pilot. What? As a former comrade, you have to tell me why you want to destroy the Earth! Shar Aznable must have felt disillusioned with those who pushed space emigration, as they continued to enjoy the fruits of living on Earth themselves. The Earth's inhabitants monopolized the planet, creating inequalities between them and everyone else. Inequalities not unlike the racial divides of the old era. This vessel, this would lead to a war, which at one point claimed half the total population, and yet no one took responsibility or acknowledged the root cause. Instead, they remained on Earth. Such actions only exacerbated the planet's environmental collapse. I mean, I would assume that a colony hitting the Earth does more environmental damage than people living on Earth. As Quattro Vegeta, he witnessed how tragic that legacy was firsthand. With Amuro as Sayla's knight/husband, he would be unassailable, because the man who could defeat Char and Sayla using her name could bring together both the EFF and Zeon, and end their conflict with Zeon's independence and the fulfillment of the UC Charter, thus leading into a possible golden age for Earthnoids and Spacenoids. Possibly. Put that in your SRW game. Meanwhile, Amuro Ray understood that the system was broken, but he chose to remain in the Earth Federation forces to fix it from within. You don't know what it means to change the world. Revolutions are dreamt up by intellectuals, but their aims are so unrealistic, they can only resort to drastic acts of violence. Once a revolution is over, its lofty ideals are lost amidst bureaucracy and the general public. Then, the intelligentsia withdraws from society and politics to keep its humanity. Amuro Ray reportedly passed judgment on Char in these words. With these words, I would say. They both loved the Earth equally. They understood one another. Still, they never truly joined forces. Char Aznable, long regarded as a man destined to lead, chose to step into the shadow of Zeon Daiku, though he mocked himself as a mere fool for doing so. More like a Giron's Greed scenario based off the premise of G. Kooks. Ooh, that's a good one. Axis, time to go, and take your terrible memories with you! Axis began its descent towards Earth. Defeat Amuro Ray. All of your units are destroyed. Alright, simple enough. Let's go. Axis shock. Axis is accelerating. It's begun descending to Earth. Alright, well, we pretty much have the same loadout as last time. Except there's Amuro in the new Gundam. We've got to be a little bit more careful about that one. Can you even reach anyone? No. You do have high speed. With high speed, can you reach anyone? Yes. Yes, you can. We got music! You have high speed. Even with high speed, that's literally the only guy you can reach, but could you go there? Yes, you'll be able to go further down. So let's have you go that way, target you.
Hey,
Yeah, out of his way. Boom. If we go there, how much damage? able to do. It's kind of evenly matched. I'm a little bit worried about that, though. So I'm going to have you go to the right. There we are. Yeah, it's a space tank. You can hear the treads moving. If we were to mix Classic and G-Kook's UC to make this hypothetical Sailor's faction, we could have aces like Ramaral and Chalia Bull serving her alongside Amuro, Kai Hayato, and Bright, with Sailor as the overall leader. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a fun scenario.
So go!
Get you. And you need to proceed further south. Perfect, you can take on Amuro. Get our ace there to take out the enemy ace. Oh, whoops, there we go, we won. You'll have to do better. My saber's weaker than his. If it hadn't been for you. Ah! There's the victory. Oops. Artesia Somdekun's truly legit Zeon. Yeah, even give that as its name. Truly legit Zeon. Londo Bell paid the ultimate sacrifice to ensure that the operation was a success, resulting in Axis splitting in two. Eventually, the drop could not be carried out. Nevertheless, the shock was so tremendous that fragments of scattered debris, both large and small, showered down on the Earth as meteors. The Earth Federation officially confirmed that the aura-like phenomenon seen across the world was caused by large amount of debris falling into the atmosphere. Captain Bright Noah, who oversaw the operation, also submitted a report to military high command, stating that Londo Bell had prevented the Axis drop according to plan. Following the battle, both Shah Raznable and Amuro Ray were declared missing in action, and neither was seen again. Some, however, have raised doubts about the outcome of this operation, based on the testimonies of surviving soldiers. Just as Axis veered off its descent trajectory, they observed a mysterious, luminous phenomenon surrounding the new Gundam, piloted by Lieutenant Amuro Ray. The event would later become known as the Axis Shock. According to the official view of the Earth Federation, this event was treated as an extremely rare natural phenomenon. Thereafter, journalists and insiders submitted a variety of evidence beyond the testimonials, but the Earth Federation never acknowledged anything diverging from its official accounts. Thus, Char's rebellion came to an end, although localized skirmishes with remnants have since occurred. None have been so large as to threaten the entire Earth sphere. Now, a new age has begun, one in which there are no enemies left to stand against the Earth Federation government. Giren Zabi, Jamitov Hyman, Blex Forum, and Shah Raznable. Although each differed in his methods, rhetoric, and extremism, they all essentially fought for the same cause. Specifically, they dreamed that all humanity would come to revere the Earth as a sacred home, to be preserved and restore the natural environment by emigrating to space.
彼らはその願い
To
を
realize that dream, they rose up against the Earth Federation, fighting for Mother Earth and the future of the species.
戦ったのだだがそれは
Ultimately, however, it was nothing but a dream.
その象徴は
It would come to an end in UC 100, when the autonomy of the Republic of Zeon was returned to the Earth Federation,
ジオン共和
under the accord that ended the
地球
One-Year
連邦政
War.
府これまで幾度もの戦争を
The administration system of the Earth Sphere has been condemned through a perpetual state of war for allowing Earth's inhabitants, specifically cabinet members of the Earth Federation
地球
government,
圏の管理
to
と
exploit exceptions in the Space Emigration
こ
Act.
の体制が
It would be fair to say that this system has been normalized.
シャアの反乱以降地球
Since
居住
Char's
者
rebellion,
増加の
Earth's
一途を
population has only continued to grow steadily, with the majority of its inhabitants identified as either government officials or people involved with them.
最終週
Continued in Part 7, The Rightful Prophet King. Alright, there we go. Oh, that's even going to be a guest battle. That's nice. And we got the hard stages afterwards. But we are instead going to hop over here. And filter, let's just filter by others. We should have... There it is, the Hyakushiki. Because we got an upgrade token, and I want to use it. Boom. Perfect. Good. We took care of that upgrade token. Upgraded the Hyakushiki a little bit. Not something we need to worry about anymore. All right. We are going to be doing one more episode of this stream. However, this episode is over. So if you're on the stream, hang tight. One final episode coming up. If you're on the VODs, I guess you'll have to wait for next time to see the conclusion of the Changemakers. But on that note, please like, follow, subscribe. Check me out on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and Kick. Free money in the description as always, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye-bye.